morning!
Good morning, guys! Today is our second day here in Ipoh, and we're actually venturing out of the old town because Ipoh is also known for its beautiful surroundings with cave temples, which are temples by limestone mountains. And right now we're in the first one we want to check out, which is Poh Tong.
Indeed. So our first impressions, it does look quite beautifully from the outside because it's like really, let's say, cut against the cave and like built all around the cave here. It has a really beautiful pond which you can see like behind us with some rock formations on there. There's like little statues, you have like little shrines in there, which is quite pretty, but it does look quite dirty, I have to say, and also you have a lot of garbage laying around and it looks run down already over time.
It's very, very sad. Like right in my eye corner here, there's like trash spread everywhere. Moritz noticed also immediately when we arrived in the pond, there is like trash, paper everywhere, but it's full of fish, so it's super sad. Yeah, because it does give like a nice vibe, let's say, because of how the surroundings and especially the pond. Like I think that's the highlight so far, like the pond, how it looks like. You said it looks a little bit like out of Ninh Binh, right? Yeah, the
limestones.
Indeed reminds me a bit of Ninh Binh, where you also have this pagoda and temple near the limestone mountains.
But generally you can tell this has been not being taken care of, that it's being neglected, that nothing is being done basically. And I don't know if people are working here or not, but we saw some people which looked like they were like employees, but there's like trash like laying around from days ago and stuff, so I'm not really sure they're taking good care of this place, which is sad.
And now we're gonna check further because there's supposedly like a cave or something you can pass through to get to the actual highlight that I always saw online, like a red temple really next to the mountain.
And it has an amazing entrance here, like a really big gate with a lot of like different kind of sculptures, as you can tell. So it looks really amazing.
That's really beautiful. So, it is, don't get us wrong, it's super beautiful here, but it just saddens us to see that it's in a little bit of a bad condition indeed. I want to share my sincere reaction, just like pure happiness, I guess. This is really beautiful. If you're standing here and you come through the cave from the temple in this open spot, also just how it feels, the atmosphere, it's a really beautiful place. Like just how they describe it online, that you have to try to find it. It's not that hard actually. Moritz said,
you just follow the arrows, there's nothing to it.
But yeah, magical, I would say, that's the word for it. So very beautiful, but also as you can notice the fountain is not on, and it's also a little bit so out of place. Moritz indeed said could be from in Belgium or something. It doesn't fit much, the scenery, and unfortunately you can't go in, so it's blocked off, and it also indeed looks super overgrown. It adds a little bit mystique, I have to say. It makes it very mystical, the place. Wonder what's inside though.
Turtle, geese. Hello turtles, geese. There's so many of them here. They're all behind this gate. and it seems like tourists usually feed them, because otherwise they wouldn't start running towards us like they are. I mean, running. I have a feeling for him that's quite a distance to do, so yeah.
Okay, definitely one of our favorite cave temples in Southeast Asia so far. It's the first one that we're gonna do of 3 probably here around Ipoh, but also online they say this is the must one to visit. So
yeah, it looks so untouched and like really combined with the nature again. So like the nature was taking over all the statues, all the buildings, and it just gives it this serene look. And we've been here like I think for half an hour, maybe 45 minutes all alone. So that was really nice mood.
Now only somebody came, and yeah, like we said, the front looks very decayed. But once you enter this, it's a whole other world. And also the details are very beautiful. We, for example, recognized like these lion statues at the entrance from the same architectural style that we saw in Cambodia.
Yeah, indeed.
And Moritz also saw these apsaras, these dancing ladies that you see in Angkor Wat. So very interesting.
Yeah. So we're on the way now to our next cave, next temple basically. As you can tell, we have to walk this tunnel back again.
Okay, so we're at our next stop of the day at the Kek Lok Tong, which is all about caves. So it's all inside, it's less about a temple near limestone, but caves inside a limestone mountain, and it's a Buddhist one. So we'll go check it out now. I was just telling Moritz that we've been doing quite some caves in the last year now in Southeast Asia, but they still like succeed in impressing me every time. Like looking at these rock formations, it really is spectacular in real life. I do have to say pictures and all never do those things justice, but being inside a cave surrounded by it always is a very impressive feeling. We still have a day to go here. We already want to share a little bit our opinion and impressions on Ipoh.
Yeah, because we have now done the temple here, actually 2 cave temples. The second one was even in some ways even more spectacular, just size-wise and how much there is to it. The first one was very serene and like very green. So that's really something you should do in Ipoh, which we didn't know much up front actually when we came.
Yeah, so in my opinion, there's not enough emphasis on these cave temples. Also, when I was reading blog posts, it was always, if you have more time in Ipoh, you can do the cave temples. Yeah. In our opinion, it should be the main reason for your visit.
Yeah. Because also it's a no-brainer to get there. It's super easy. We took a Grab, 10 minutes. We were here, no entrance fee. So it means you can just visit, you go in there, you check it out as much as you want, check, next Grab. You're like in the second temple, for example. It doesn't take you long either. If you want to see a bit of of it. You can go through it fast. You spend 1-2 hours on this, and yeah.
Yeah, so we still probably will do a third one tomorrow because it's more north of the city. So we'll let you know then what our favorites are. But so far, I think we could say you could do 2 nights in Ipoh. So probably then you have an afternoon after arrival.
Right.
That's enough to see Old Town. The
Indeed.
Old Town is so small, really.
Yeah, I think it would be a pity if people really just come for one evening. I've talked to people, and they, for example, they arrive that day, they see the Old Town half a day, and then they leave again the next morning, which is a bit too short.
Yeah.
Like, add another day in there, so we have really 2 days, right? Like you said, half a day for the inner city because it's small, and then 1 day exploring all the surroundings with the temples, and a bit more time also eating here.
We are at our last stop of today, probably, and which is Tasik Cermin, and it's also known as the Mirror Lake because supposedly it has a really nice mirroring effect of the surrounding like nature landscapes and those limestone mountains. So we're gonna check it out. Apparently to get there you have to go through a cave first, for which you have to pay a small fee, and if you're in the mood you can also do like a boat ride, but Moritz isn't too excited about it, so I guess not. He's buying our tickets, so I'm gonna check it out. Still on the Mirror Lake, which we visited. There are actually 2, and we only visited number 1, which you can only access going through like a cave tunnel, which we showed you, which you have to pay for. It is pretty, but it didn't blow us away.
Also, that one is the Mirror Lake, so the number 1 is the Mirror Lake. Number 2 is not really a Mirror Lake because you go underneath the cave and you go for a round there, and
On a boat.
Yeah, with some surroundings and all that. It is really pretty, and if you've never seen anything like that, let's say like a little lake surrounded by limestone, then of course you can do that, because it was only 10 to get inside, to get through the tunnel, to walk through the tunnel, to get to the Mirror Lake.
Yeah.
The boat ride is apparently 20 minutes for 25 ringgit, which we thought is a bit steep because, yeah, you don't see much more than that because it just goes in a circle basically. You have some photo spots, but it didn't have to be for us. And we've already seen quite a lot of these kind of surroundings, right? So
yeah, indeed. We've been to an environment like that in Ninh Binh, in Ha Long Bay, in Vietnam. So for us it was a bit then underwhelming because of that, but like Moritz said, if it's the first time you see anything like that, it's really beautiful, and I guess it could be worth the money, but
yeah.
We didn't spend much time there. So we're at a popular place to try out the soybean curd. So we're each having one, looks like this, and that is hot. The guy said to us, "You want to eat," and then the drink is cold. So is it yummy? Is it a bit sweet, or what is it?
it's a bit sweet. It's just like soy, like it's like
It's soy.
yeah.
Like a nice snack. Let's try that. How it looks like. I personally really like it.
Yummy.
Yeah, it is yummy.
The syrup is yummy.
He first only had the pure soy flavor, and then he was like, meh. But you really have to mix it well with like the whatever thing is in there, the sweetener, and it's very delicious. And so it's more warm, makes it also very pleasant.
This is really yummy. We took another one, so another drink, the cool one, because it's really good. The soy drink is amazing. You like the little hot one as well, like the little, what do you call it, pudding maybe kind.
Yeah, curds, right?
So really check it out when you're in Ipoh because You can just pass by, take it to go, super easy. And each of those things is only 3 ringgit. So this whole bottle is 3 ringgit, as well as the little puddings, let's call them, like the soy, the yummy
curd,
ones. So
yeah.
yeah, give it a try.
I would definitely have it again. I really, really liked it, so I'm recommending. So it's dinner time, and we found like a super nice Thai place, not too far from us. We're having grilled pork neck, and of course a papaya salad, and we're still waiting for a pork larb, which is like a minced meat kind of dish, and we really like these dishes from Thailand.
It's also spicy though, as you know from Thailand.
Yeah.
It's spicy.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, our tongues are a little bit on fire. They made it pretty spicy. Like the papaya salad is pretty spicy, then the sauce. And let's, be careful, this can also get very spicy. Yeah?
And I think we had our best pork in Laos.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it was in Laos that we had the best pork larb. Yeah. Okay, so the food was very, very spicy. The larb we couldn't fully finish, but I'm still a bit hungry, so...
That looks nice.
Looks amazing. So Moritz's coffee, I hear they delivered it separately, like the ice cubes and the tea or the coffee, and he had like a coffee bean shaped ice cube, super cute. And Nasi Lemak for breakfast, what else? But I like it here, they give it everything separately, so you still have to mix it according to your liking. But yeah, but then you can really see the ingredients are real. So you have egg, fried chicken, cucumber, glazed onions, that's the first, the sambal, then the nuts, and then the dried fish, and of course the rice. I think it might be a bit pandan flavored rice from what I saw on the menu. Yeah, you can taste the pandan. Mm-hmm. So is it a bit sweet then, or?
No, it's just flavor of it. You just take a spoon like this, you taste it.
Okay. So I like mixing it all a bit together, so I put it all on the top and just get it in there. Like that. And then the cucumber is super refreshing, has flavor in between. Yeah, it's like in 2 pieces. That's nice.
Very thin.
I like that more, personally.
Because you have better ratio.
Yeah. I read in the review somebody said it's the best one they ever had. Right now we are at the 3rd cave temple that we wanted to visit, Perak Cave Temple.
Indeed.
Which is a bit more north of the city, and yeah, it's right behind us. We're gonna go inside now, take you along.
Yeah. And that one you actually start right at the street, because we just went over here and it's like 50 meters not even from the street away, which means you have to really climb up steep. We heard it was like over 500, some said 1,000 steps. We're not sure, but it's gonna take apparently 20 minutes, half an hour to hike up there. Like hike, of course.
Yeah, because indeed the main thing is on top. We could just like barely spot it from the parking spots. But behind us you have an entrance to the cave, and we'll see how it is to get up. At the moment, yeah, I'm looking around because we're surrounded by monkeys.
Indeed, there's quite a lot of monkeys here, and as you know, you have to be really careful around them because they're used to tourists. They know when you open your backpack you might have snacks or like drinks in there. So we're always alert, let's say, when monkeys are around. These ones are so far quite okay. They don't come too close and they just eat like fruits from the trees here. And yeah, we're gonna look inside and see how it is on the hike.
Yeah. inside the cave temple, and first I thought like besides the big Buddha in the back it was gonna end for some reason, but it's really pretty. The moment you come in you see this alleyway going up with the light falling in, and it's such a pretty sight. Again, that mysterious, mystical, magical feeling. So I'm curious, I guess that might be the way all the way to the top. I have no idea, so we'll figure it out along the way.
Steep. Whew.
How is Malaysia going so far? Very sweaty.
Look at this. The hike is actually very easy. It really only takes 20 minutes, as they said, and it's all nicely done with stairways. You have steps and all that, so it's really easy to get up. Like, technically speaking, it is just, I feel so bad from the heat. Like, I'm really sweating through and through, and it makes it so exhausting. It's just the humidity. Hot is gonna be one way or another. It's always gonna be 30 plus here, but the humidity, like, I'm soaking as if I was, I don't know, going for 3-4 hours in the Alps, like just hiking there for a long time. So yeah, but it was worth it because you can see the view. It's really nice here, and thank God there's a bit of a breeze at the top, so yeah, worth it. So I took another little hike, like a little piece further towards the furthest of the little pagodas you have here, and this is the view then on the big one where Frederikke is right now. And it was a bit of a stretch to walk there. It's also a bit slippery. It's like quite mossy. I don't think a lot of people actually go there usually. And yeah, it was quite a little piece. You have to be really careful because it's not that safe to me, and it goes really far down. So if you want to go to this little pagoda where I am right now, be careful when you walk, when you hike. And also, this has the most amazing view then of the surroundings. And it's the furthest, actually, the furthest of the pagodas here, as you can tell. And it goes then really down. So pretty cool, I have to say, and yeah, worth it definitely if you are up for it. Okay, so the way back, I wanted to quickly show you guys how that is. I only have the ZV with me, not the GoPro, so it might be a bit unstable, but as you can tell, it is quite mossy here, everything. So you have to be really careful where you walk. Also the steps are like completely uneven. You have some rails, but I wouldn't trust those too much. Here it's very, very mossy. Some big rocks in the way, of course. Wow. And here goes like crazy down, for example. So have to really be careful when you're walking, when you're treading. But look at those views. Crazy, right? And you have like this piece here, which is very slippery. And goes up here. Almost there again.
So, as we promised, kind of a final verdict on Ipoh. Is or isn't it worth stopping by here on the way to Cameron Highlands or Georgetown?
Yeah, so we think it's definitely worth 2 days. So one day you can either take a little bit chiller, just check out the old town, eat your way through Ipoh, have breakfast, have all the nice things they have here because the cuisine is really yummy.
Yeah.
And just check out like the old buildings and like maybe a museum here and there, like we did with the 1950s museum there. So that's definitely one full day. And then the second day,
yeah, then in our opinion, the highlight is definitely these cave temples. They each have something else to offer. In my opinion, there's not enough emphasis on that. That should be the reason for you to come to Ipoh. Yeah. Even though the old town is cute, but it's very small. So in our opinion, it's not like the main showstopper of Ipoh. It's definitely the surroundings.
Yeah, and when it comes to the temples, we do think that you should do this one. Definitely. So the Perak cave temple, this one was for me the main highlight because it combines a beautiful cave inside with multiple statues, like a huge temple side it is, with this hiking piece where you can go all the way up, enjoy a breeze and amazing surroundings.
Yeah, so like I said, the three that we visited, they each have something else to offer. The very first one, the Tempurung, just to me was very magical and mystical once you went through the cave and then you came to this temple which is built on the side of the cliff of limestone.
It was also the less touristy one, or the least touristy one, which was a little bit run down in the entrance, but the view, like Frederica said, inside made all the way up for it.
Yeah,
so.
And then the second one, the Keklok, the emphasis is just on the cave with all the Buddha statues, and there somebody told us it's actually a very nice combination of both Buddhism and Taoism inside.
Also Confucius, because you have a statue of him in the front. And it's for me the most raw looking one because you have a lot of formations, like the typical rock formations that have been carved when the water dripping and all that. You can spend hours in there just looking at the rock formations and the beauty inside the cave itself.
Definitely. And then the third one, the Perak, where we are now, like Moritz said, it is a beautiful combination of hiking, a viewpoint, a cave temple. So it all has a lot to offer. In our opinion, you should visit all three of them because they're all unique. Yeah, definitely hard to give a favorite in my opinion.